President Moon Jae-in arrived back in Seoul late last night following his trip to the UN General Assembly. As he was leaving New York, President Moon once again highlighted more pressure must be placed on North Korea, and he urged Pyongyang to halt its aggressive behavior. All the while, he emphasized dialogue in whatever forum or format is the best way to resolve the standoff. Hwang Hojun reports.
Just before taking off from New York's JFK airport to return to Seoul, President Moon Jae-in held a brief press conference on board Korea's Air Force One, once again urging North Korea to put an end to its continuing provocations. Referring to Pyongyang's nuclear tests and missile launches, a total of 11 since President Moon took office in May, he said the regime's actions left the world no choice but to strengthen pressure and sanctions. President Moon also reiterated the need for his administration to come up with new and creative ways to deal with the ever-escalating tension on the peninsula. Some of those changes were already mentioned during the keynote address to the UN General Assembly on Thursday local time, calling for a multilateral dialogue to fundamentally and peacefully resolve the North Korean nuclear issue. However, he said any new approach will also have to wait until North Korea halts its provocations. When asked about the revival of the six-party denuclearization talks, which included the two Koreas, the US, China, Japan, and Russia, President Moon stressed that as long as it solves the issue in a fundamental way, the format of the dialogue doesn't matter. As he closed the press conference, President Moon remarked on how tough the itinerary had been because of the jet lag, but he assured reporters that all of his engagements during his 4 days in New York has been made public. The South Korean president returned to Seoul late Friday night, completing his 5-day trip to New York. Hwang Hojun, Arirang News.